Alright, so for SAQ training for the stabilization endurance phase, we have 6 exercises. The first exercise is going to be the A skip. So what that is basically just like what kids do, just skipping. It's basically that, except it's just a more focused on really exploding, pushing off the ground, and throwing that other knee straight in the air. So the arms are going to match up with the legs. So if I'm pushing off of my left leg, my left arm is going to come up, and my right arm will go back. So going slow, and I want to focus on getting this knee, flexing my hip, try to get it up to at least 90 degrees, focusing on throwing that hip super high to focus on maximum explosive power. So we're going to go in slow. So again, you're pushing off with the foot on the ground as hard as you can, and then while you're pushing, you're simultaneously flexing the hip and driving the opposite leg in the air. So do that just a little more full speed. One important coaching cue is you don't want the athletes to, when they skip, to jump way far. You want them to shoot up high and just do nice, quick, choppy steps. So that is the A skip. The next one is the resisted knee drive. This can also be used as a strength exercise for developing speed. But here I'm going to use it as form because, as you'll see, when you strap your foot in, so I just have a resistance band wrapped around a pole. I'm going to step out a few steps so that there's resistance. Same concept as the A skip. I'm going to be here in a starting position with one foot wrapped around the resistance band. And for here, if you did it for strength, you can kind of focus on the movement. But since we're kind of focusing on form for this exercise, we want to explode up, hold it, and come back down, tap the foot behind us, shoot up, hold it, back down. So again, it's just like the A skip, except I'm not jumping and I'm holding it at the top. Again, flex at the hip, try to get that knee up to 90, boom, holding it, back down, back down. So now obviously that would be done with both legs. The next one, we have standing arm swing. So I've seen this one done wrong so many times. So what I like to do is I will get the athlete in an athletic stance. So I usually just tell them to go heel to toe. So you can see my heel. So I'll just be my left toe to my right heel, both shoulder width apart. A little bit of a knee bend, just a nice athletic stance. From here you're going to be doing arm swings, like the exercise says. But a lot of people, when they do arm swings, they'll just bend the elbows and they'll come here. And that's not right. That doesn't get your body, that doesn't get the full mechanics. And you'll be slower, or you'll be faster if you do it right. So instead of bending at the elbows for this, you want to get the whole shoulder. You want to be hinging and moving at the shoulder. So instead of here, well, boom. So you want to kind of keep the wrist, elbow, shoulder angle at about 90 degrees. Bend at the shoulder, boom, boom. And then you're twisting. Arms going back and forth as quick as you can. Again, the important thing is that you're pivoting and rotating at the shoulder and not the elbow. Next one is push-up sprints. So this is a fun one. I like to have people race against each other. So as the name implies, we're going to be down in a push-up position, be on the ground. So we'll be on our stomach with our arms on our side like we're doing a push-up. And from here, as the name implies, usually you go on the coach's auditory signal. Coach says go. The goal is just to get up, push, and explode up as quick as you can. One main thing I see that people do, it's not really wrong, it just doesn't allow you to be as quick as you can. So when you're down in this push-up position, instead of pushing up, standing up straight and then going, you want to be pushing forward with your feet as you're standing up. So a little simultaneous effort. So as I'm pushing up, I'm driving my knees forward, pushing off. That way, instead of standing up and then going, I'm standing up while I'm going forward. So that is the push-up sprint. Next one, agility ladder, side shuffle. So I don't have an actual agility ladder here, but as you can see, you can kind of make up an agility ladder with whatever you have. I just have jump ropes here, and I just made them into 3 squares. I'll put the angle down here a bit, just so you can see. So the side shuffle. So for this one, I like to keep a square gap in between our feet, because if we end up being in the same square, to me that just teaches the athlete that it's okay to have your feet close together, and I don't like that, especially when we're shuffling. I never want to see the athlete's feet go be any closer together than about shoulder width apart. So that's why I like having the athlete have a box in between. So the side shuffle, so if I'm going right, I'm going to start with 1 foot outside the box, 1 foot in the first box. And when I shuffle, I'm going to lead with my front foot. So like I said, if I lead with my trail foot, that causes my feet to be too close together, and then that's just not a good athletic position. So again, we're here, I'm going to lead with my leading foot. So I'm going to shuffle, I'm going to go here, boom, and then my trail foot follows and ends in the box that my lead foot was just in. Then obviously we're going to do that all the way down. So boom, 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 and through. Same thing, coming back the other side. 1 box out, or 1 foot outside the box, 1 foot in, lead. First movement is with that lead foot, and out. So I just like to have that box gap just so that the athletes don't get their feet tied up and get used to having their feet close together. I want them always to have a nice athletic stance. And the last one is going to be the agility ladder, in, out, out. So all that is going to kind of be going in a V motion with both feet together. So we're going to start right behind the first box, and again with both feet, we're going to be doing little hops. So we're going to hop as quick as we can in the first box, then we're going to jump diagonally back so that we end up right below the second box. Jump into the second box, jump diagonally, and keep that forward, back diagonal motion going. So it'll look something like this. So we're here, just like that. So you want to do these as quick as possible. You don't want to do really high jumps. You want to keep them short and quick, going through as quick as you can. So those are the 6 exercises that we have for day 1 of a stabilization endurance SAQ training.